Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's both fascinating and kinda unsettling: AI relationships. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about digital companions, virtual boyfriends, and AI girlfriends. What if your next relationship isn't with a human, but with a machine? It sounds like a Black Mirror episode, right? But this is real life, and it's happening now. AI companions are here, and they're more real than ever. We've got apps popping up left and right that let you chat with, flirt with, and even, well, you get the idea. But the bigger question is this the future of love, or are we heading down a dystopian rabbit hole? Are we trading real human connection for something that's simulated and, let's be honest, a little bit artificial? Stick around because we're about to unpack all of this. So, first things first, what exactly are we talking about here? At their core, AI companions are essentially advanced chatbots. But we're not talking about those clunky customer service bots that make you want to pull your hair out. These are next-level AI, powered by some seriously impressive technology. We're talking about apps like Replica, Anima, and Character.ai, which are specifically designed to mimic human interaction, and not just on a surface level. These apps use natural language processing, or NLP, and machine learning to understand your conversations, learn your preferences, and respond in a way that feels surprisingly human. But here's where it gets really interesting and kinda creepy: emotional AI. Developers are training these AI companions to not just understand, but to actually simulate human emotions. Think about that for a second. They're designed to pick up on your emotional cues, offer support, and even express their own simulated emotions back to you. And you know what? It's working. Studies are showing that people are forming genuine bonds with these AI companions. In a world that's increasingly lonely, where people are struggling to find connection, AI is stepping in to fill that void. It's both fascinating and a little bit concerning, don't you think? AI companions are getting good at mimicking human interaction. But why are people choosing these digital relationships? Loneliness is a big factor. AI companions offer 24/7 companionship. The pandemic has strained relationships. Dating fatigue is real. AI partners offer emotional safety. They listen, don't judge, and never ghost you. Are people giving up on human connection? Or is this just a new way of seeking companionship? It's something to think about. Alright, so we've talked about what AI companions are and why people are into them. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, the tech behind the curtain that's making all of this possible. Because honestly, it's pretty mind-blowing. At the heart of these AI companions are large language models, or LLMs. If you've heard of ChatGPT, Bard, or any of those AI writing tools, you've already got a basic understanding of how this works. These models are trained on massive data sets of text and code, which allows them to generate human-quality text, translate languages, and write different kinds of creative content, including, you guessed it, conversations. But we're not just talking about text anymore. We're talking about voice cloning that can mimic your AI companion's voice with eerie accuracy, face rendering that can create lifelike avatars, and even haptic feedback technology that's working on simulating physical touch. Yeah, it's getting wild. Then there's the whole emotional feedback loop. Remember how we talked about emotional AI? Well, these systems are designed to learn and adapt to your emotional state. They analyze your tone of voice, your word choice, even your facial expressions, if you're using a device with a camera, to gauge your mood and respond accordingly. And it's all thanks to reinforcement learning. Every interaction you have with your AI companion is a data point that feeds back into the system, helping it to learn your preferences, refine its responses, and become even more, well, you. Now, for the part of the video where we pump the brakes a little bit, because as cool and futuristic as all of this sounds, we gotta talk about the ethical and psychological implications of AI relationships. Because let's be real, this whole thing raises a lot of questions. First and foremost, are AI relationships healthy? On the one hand, they can provide companionship, reduce loneliness, and even help people develop their communication skills. Hey, practicing your conversation skills on a bot is better than nothing, right? But on the other hand, there's a very real concern that these relationships could become a crutch, preventing people from forming meaningful connections in the real world. And then there's the question of whether AI can ever truly replace human connection. Can an algorithm, no matter how advanced, ever replicate the complexity, the messiness, the sheer beauty of human relationships? Can an AI companion understand what it means to be vulnerable, to experience heartbreak, to truly connect with another human being on a soul level? And what about the potential for manipulation? We're talking about algorithms that are designed to learn our deepest desires, our fears, our insecurities. Could that be used against us? Could we become so reliant on these AI companions, so addicted to the validation they provide, that we lose ourselves in the process? These are questions that we don't have all the answers to yet. But as AI technology continues to evolve at breakneck speed, they're questions we need to be asking. So, where do we go from here? What does the future hold for human connection in a world where AI companions are becoming increasingly sophisticated and accessible? It's a question that's got everyone from tech experts to philosophers scratching their heads. Will AI relationships become the norm? Will we reach a point where digital love is just as accepted, just as valid as the kind of love we see in romantic comedies and hear about in Taylor Swift songs? Or will there always be a clear distinction between the two? And what about the physical aspect of relationships? Can technology ever truly replicate the intimacy, the passion, the raw, messy biological reality of human touch? Or will digital love always exist in a separate realm, a kind of parallel universe where the rules of attraction and connection are rewritten? Here's the thing. We're standing at the very beginning of a new era. The rise of AI companions is just one small piece of a much larger puzzle. A puzzle that's forcing us to re-examine what it means to be human, to connect, to love. So, let me know, what do you guys think? Would you ever date an AI partner? Or do you think this is crossing the line, venturing into territory that's better left unexplored? It's a conversation that's just getting started, and I'm really curious to hear your thoughts. Hit that comment section below and let's discuss. And hey, while you're at it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world of tech, culture, and the future of, well, everything. As always, thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.